Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Transport Fever. And while I zoomed out a bit, as you noticed, we were taking a look at the airport I built between French and Angem. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned before, that I'm planning to set up an airline between those two cities and the one all the way down here. Well, better said, I already had set it up a little bit in offline mode in the last episode, after the last episode. So another thing I did, and I'm going to use the easiest way this time, was adjusting the tram line. I have set up the tracks, the waypoints, although I can't see them. There they are. The waypoints, the station. I only need, at least for the time being, 2 stations. And over time, I may actually make them bigger. What I do need is adding okay, so I stick to 2. What I do need is adding a terminal building, because this makes it a lot easier for my passengers to wait. I'm currently able to hold over 100 passengers in total, but let's say when I split it, it's a 54-54 base. So, like I said, I've been setting up the line. Basically, what I did is setting it up that passengers from both cities are able to use the tram and get to the airport. It also means that any passenger from the airport can use the tram to get to any of the 2 cities, which is because of what they get. Something bugging with my mouse. I mean, you're able to get food, fuel, well, everything, including tools here for goods, and we have the same but free, same free as, but instead of tools, we have goods in Angem. So people can make a decision where they want to go to. That's for one. Another thing I'm going to change is this one. And the reason for that is that I'm planning to change an entire, I already did set up the airline. I'm going to change the route. So I'm from this station on, I will add, if that's even possible. Yeah, it looks like it. We're getting this error. I know. This is weird. No, it isn't. We have to upgrade the station. We have to upgrade the station because there's only one platform, but it's not connected. Should have seen that, of course. But yeah, nobody told me. Pay attention. So I might as well do something else. Starting. I might as well do this first. Upgrading part, not all, but part of the station into an electric line. Simply because at some point I have to do that anyway. And now that's done. Expand the entire station to be passenger ready. So that's part one. That's part two. Am I using? No, I'm not. Big question is where I have to do the splitting. Guess that's here. And another one. And problem solved. At least That's working. But I need to add signals. I was about to say it's possible, but it looks like it isn't possible. I was about to say that it's possible we were getting the electric signals, but apparently we don't. So I'll have to start forcing my trains to wait now. For the time being, I will use electric track for my passenger trains only. And the reason I'm doing that is that at some point we'll be getting diesel trains as well. And they are slightly stronger as the electric ones. So I will keep using the diesel trains for a very long time as the ones pulling the cargo, the cargo cars. So I will, for the time being, put catenary only at the spots where my passenger tracks are running. I do have to make a change here. This waits here. This one waits here. And the last one. There. So we're going to add catenary to everything. I had in mind to actually set up and start doing the entire airline stuff. But yeah, we need to do this too. Though it's not that important. Because I'm not going to use electric trains yet. They're still using less speed, still having a slower top speed as my steam trains. So there's no immediate need to do this, but it's just fun. Besides, I got a lot of money available. So why not? The only thing I need to keep an eye on is that I always make sure the express pass-through tracks are electrified as well. Like I said, it's passenger train only for the time being. So just checking where my trains are going makes it so much easier. Must have been quite an investment in the old days when they going to switch that. And they probably didn't do it all at once, just like I'm doing. My biggest disadvantage with this, yeah, I should quit babbling, I know. The biggest disadvantage with this is that I may have to rearrange my signals at some point. I mean, if we take a look at the signals, the signal is basically hiding behind the catenary here. I may have to redo those at some point, but I'm not going to bore you with that right now. And this is where it gets messy. So let's see how things end up here. Not there. Not bad in the end. Extending this a bit more as probably is needed. But I'm doing that to make sure that every part that needs catenary actually gets it. And that will probably going for this part too. I have to doing the bypass tracks, even if I won't need them right now, to make sure that if I plan to set up an express route visiting 2 towns only, that route is able to get this part done. So that in general means I have to do all tracks here. At least from now on, hey, did I make a mistake? Yes, I did. I was about to say, at least from now on, I will be able to build with catenary right from the start. I need to think a bit because electric, yes, I have a very short area to build that split. Yeah, right. Why, oh why? Too close to the other one? Probably. This one doesn't need it yet. And problem solved. At least my express train is able to to run again. In and out. Okay, the only thing I need to look at is what's going to happen with my routes. Looks like there's no problem here. Though there's one passenger train. Ah, yeah. This is the end of passenger line 1. And this is the start of passenger line 2. Which means that from now on I have to take the trains on the left. The tracks on the left. This isn't working. That is. Once everything's done, I will get into a passenger train just to give a quick preview about how it looks like. I want to show you the way I'm going to set up my passenger service in the new city and to make sure they're both connected. So yeah, in a way I have to hurry up a bit. Bypass tracks. Almost there. Another effect we will be seeing soon is we getting different signaling for railroad crossings, as in the roads. I'm not sure if it's going to happen here after I have electrifying the entire track, but I'm certain it will happen as soon as I build a new part. And you need, no, not really, I think. I think this looks pretty good. So this part is done. Now let's find ourselves a train. Get a brief cockpit view. This is what it's going to look like. Though not entirely what I hoped for. Usually things should split up and be... oh, I can't point that out. But this should be connected. Kind of like what we have over there. But this is what it looks like when driving the train now. So we'll be able to see the catenary. Now, with that done, like I said, I already set the airline up. The only thing I need to do here is setting up my passenger transport. And we have a station up here, but it's currently buses only. So first, going to kick a lot of people out of their houses because I need another station. No, I didn't. I already had 3 platforms. Alright, never mind. I may need it later when the city has grown to set up a circular tram route anyway. So here we go. Building, passenger, bus tram station. I'm thinking about using a different method. Something I saw being used by somebody else. Electric tram platforms are okay. Can't do that yet. Tram. So let's start upgrading a tram line. That's going to be too large, so I will stick to this one. I have to bring up another screen. That's the residential area. This is the tram. I can do 2 things now. I can bring the tram in a short route from here that way, or I can send it over the passengers area to the tram. Personally, I prefer the short route because A, less vehicles are being needed, B, less maintenance costs, both vehicles and infrastructure, and C, I will actually give my bus transport a boost from this area to here. So I'm going to use the short one. Is that a good idea? And maybe I may add circular one later. I have no idea how much population I have over here. A lot. But the buses and the stations don't look to be particularly full, so I keep it like this. I do need to add a tram depot. And is this one electrified yet? No. It is now. And there's a spaghetti. So, one new route to F from the bus station to the airport. And I think I'm lucky to have added that fourth platform, because right now I am able to use a waypoint. And we'll set the waypoint up here, because if I'm getting to the point where I want to use train transportation, my station was planned to be put over here. And that means I have no idea what happens to the waypoint. This works. It's going to send. Yeah, right. Yeah, we have those too, but that was a typo, people. Now, like I said, I saw something somebody used a while ago, which was using um, that's not what I want. I might as well stick to what I usually do. Sometimes everything you did before is what works best. And done. For now, I think this'll do. Color is terrible, but as you can see, tram arrives, takes a nice turn. People can get off onto the station. Done. So that works. Which brings me to the second last step. Setting this up. Grab. That one. Let's start by 5 because I have no idea actually how many. Well, the number of passengers isn't the problem, but I have no idea what its speed is going to be and how fast it gets to the airport and back. I'm missing tracks. No, I'm not missing tracks. What the heck? Yeah, but I told you not to use that part. I told you to use this part. So what is he complaining about? Because everything else is having a train track. It's not my fault it's going to the wrong spot. Ah, I know what happened. I know what happened. When I have been setting this up, I should have chosen to add the catenary. So apparently I need to add another waypoint. Unless there's a part I forgot about the catenary, but I don't think so. No. I see what the problem is. It's not the waypoint. It doesn't have a line assigned. Now it's working. 7 minutes. Okay. That is. I will release it soon because the waiting time it has, that's something I have forgotten too. But the waiting time it has is actually making sure that they will get split up at some point anyway. I don't need this wire. Should I use 5? So that works. It will take some time before we got a new plane. Hey. It will take some time before we see this line using passengers. But I'm going to change that right now. We have the airport here, including one hangar. So we're going to buy vehicles. Right now, I can choose between the Junkers F-13, which have this amazing cargo capacity of 3 persons, or the Vickers Victoria, which is also able to do actually a food transport, but 8. So I will need at least 2. And I have to check if I actually have been. Yep. I have been setting up the airline. And this is going to be fun. We get an error. Ah, crap. You got to be kidding me. It doesn't have. Okay, so I have to replace it for that. It's just a cargo plane, and that's it. I wasn't counting on that. 48 minutes. Holy Moses. It will work with the loss for quite some time. change that. Okay. So I have to wait. This time I really have to wait until it... Okay, I didn't have that achievement yet. I do have now. I do have to wait until this plane lands at the other airport before I can actually put the other one on it. But given its time frame, I will need one more is giving it 24. I probably need a third, maybe even a fourth. And yes, we're going to fly with this one. Or not this one, but the next one. Because I've never done that. So it's going to be fun to start with. Yep, 24. So I will have to add the third to zoom out the next and just have a look at things. I have no idea where it is. Ah, there it is. So by the time this one lands, before that even, I have to add the next. I have an awful lot of passengers waiting. So the flight is probably being done next episode. Or should I turn it into... let's turn it into a longer episode, because it's New Year after all. Which reminds me, I completely forgot about it, but Happy New Year, everybody. Hope it's going to be a very healthy, fortunate, loveful, good one for everybody. So it's about halfway now. Yeah, we're going to fly with number 3. As soon as this one is going to land. "16 minutes. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Speed will improve over time, because I got I'm still thinking if adding a 4th isn't a good idea. The speed will improve over time because everything is going faster, so the frequency and the rate will go up. The rate isn't, but the frequency will go up. I'm going to add a 4th. The first one landed. As you can see, the tram line is working quite well too, although they're still a little bit too close to each other. Also, now I'm waiting for the bus. 1922, and the plane is taking off over village, city. So they can already start complaining about all the noise and whatever. Thinking, what if I attempt to transport goods from here to the airport using another? Yeah, that would completely ruin the experience I'm trying to, the thing I want to achieve. If I transport tools, fuel, construction materials and goods from either those two cities to the one here, I'm sort of forcing my passengers to buy the stuff here instead of doing what I want them to do, which is using air traffic to transport from one city to another. What I am going to do is at some point make a connection here. Right now it's only bus. Let's lock this one down. I keep an eye on him. I keep the game running this time. Ai ai. So, is this one going to compete with my bus line? Yes, a bit. I think I need another station here. It will be a bit. But in the end, it may also improve everything by getting better connection between my residential area and the airport. So let's see what happens. I need 10 vehicles right now. Well, make that 9. I have to check something. But I will do that after. Five may have been too many. Also, the first one is already at the airport and I hadn't set number 4 to start yet. Oops. So let's do that first. So we're flying with the first one after all. going to do something different, something easier actually for me.
And your northwest approach is approved to Ontario.
Oh, that doesn't work. This is not my good day today. Never mind. We have more planes going, so in the end I can quite easily pick up another plane and do this full ride. And we'll adjust some routes later. We'll do the airport tram. I'm going to use the airport tram to do some passenger traffic from the bus station to this station to that station to a station I build up here. Because there's a big gap here. Let's see how that works out. Oh, even this is giving me so much income. It's no problem anymore to actually lose money. I wanted to add some stops. Let's see. One up here. This will increase passenger traffic with trams a little bit. And with that also make a little bit of profit. The only thing I need to do now is waiting for an aircraft. I have no idea where they are right now. Yes, I know that the condition of multiple vehicles is bad. I'm working at that. Solved. I think it was just the trams having this. But this is the easiest way.
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
Now I need to figure out where my planes are. Okay, he's over there. He's heading back. No use. He's at the airport. He's in the air too. So it's him. Ah, they're very close. So we're going to fly with number 4. I really hope I am getting passenger traffic going on at some point. Because it should happen by now. I have 2 passengers waiting for the tram. It's likely though they are actually heading out. Commercial and industrial. So they are taking the tram, but one of them is heading here to this part, probably stopping off here, and one of them is heading to this part, probably dropping off there. So there's still nothing using any of the airplanes. which, given the time it actually needs, should start running at some point. I can't do that right now. Number 1, number 2, number 3 is almost there. I have to do a check. Distance check. Number 3 is much more close to the airport as number 4 is. Hey, we have a passenger waiting. We actually have a passenger waiting. Yes, finally. Probably a very rich person. There's another thing I forgot I also have to look at. I added another passenger station to my train network. But what I haven't done is checking "11 minutes". What I didn't do was actually checking if there's an increase. Start to the last one. Mitselbier. Yeah, I thought so. This is why I haven't picked a passenger train yet with an electric locomotive. 75 kilometers top speed, 100 top speed. Thunder, okay. He has 6-wheeler. Goes from 14 to 17. That's 68. That's 70. 100 top speed, 100. So it's 2 more passengers. No need to replace them. So adding another passenger train brings it back to 8 minutes, which is, in my opinion, good enough. So let's just follow this one for a bit. I may later add another runway and maybe even do some cargo transportation. I don't know yet. It would be fun to have a passenger and a cargo line with my airports. But at the same time, I'm afraid it will mess up quite some of my current network. And I think we even have more than one passenger on it. No, it's only one. The other ones are ground crew, I guess. Holy moly. 3. So, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Let's enter the cockpit and see what happens. Wishing you a good flight. I can use a horn.
Yeah, United 1246, roger. 13, we'll do the visual.
That's not the horn, that's conversation with the tower.
Yeah, United 1246, roger.
Oh, this is cool. This is so nice. Look at this. Actually flying in front of the propeller, but see if we're able to. No, I'm not able to switch from cockpit or into cockpit view. Only this. Now, the only thing I really need is some ship transport, because with that going on, from the air would be a great view. disconnected. I'm going to do this more often. I'm really going to do this more often. And all that thing that looks like flashing, I can't point it really, but you look above the text, you see those white things sort of flashing. It's not really flashing, it's the rock rendering in and out. Oh look, there we got the other airplane. It's the rendering of the rocks going in and out. So here's if I should start another route. There's the next plane. Yeah, those two were very close to each other, number 4 and number 1. They even give the impression of sun breaking through the clouds. This is very well done. I'm quite impressed by how this looks. There's not really a good way to focus on the aircraft unless I do this again. Yeah, okay, it's not really what it should be, but never mind. So even when it says top speed 137, it's occasionally going over that, probably giving the impression of having tailwind. And there's the other one. I hope any of those is actually able to do some passenger transport. Now let's check for a moment. We have 9 passengers. I do have a vehicle list here, and number 1, 2 and 3 are having passengers. So let's go back in cockpit view because I want to do everything. It's likely that people from French airports are currently boarding the plane to get to Yeltsin. which is not what I wanted, because I actually hoped to do it in reverse. But this may be, yeah, it's nice to have it. And one possible reason for it is you're able to buy food here, and the distance to the area where you can buy food is shorter as the distance to where they can buy it when they move to Asia. It could have been something to do with traveling time. Oh, this is looking, yeah, beautiful. If I manage to get that city growing, the airport will eventually end up inside the city instead of outside. Holy shoot! Do I really have that number of passengers waiting all of a sudden? Really?
Like the 872 to Southampton.
So it's 1925 and I got a lot of changes. But do I really have all those
And your northwest departure is
50?
approved to Ontario.
50? What the hell happened? Up here as well.
Northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
30. So all of a sudden everything's working. And meanwhile we have, holy shoot. Well, like I said, we do have a new aircraft. No, that one. Aircraft. So I will do this immediately because we have another plane. Dornier Mercure. Or Dornier is, I don't know. I always thought it was Dornier, but it's a German company, so it's probably Dornier. But 2 passengers more and 175 compared to the 137 and 3 passengers. So that's number 1. And number 2 is replacing all my passenger trains right now. No diesel trains yet. Nine. I can replace it. $170 capacity. I'm not going to do that though. Going to for 102 because passenger 2 was still running low on people. Wait. So this is what that plane looks like. And you know what? Like I said, it's a New Year special, so let's fly this one. It sounds slightly different. The next one will be probably 5-6 years, maybe 7, somewhere in the 1930s, close to 1940s perhaps, and that's going to be a DC-2 or DC-3. And it sounds completely different. Anything now. I won't say anything now. I just want to enjoy things, and hopefully you too. Oh, look at that. We do see our trucks at some point. It's a shame this game doesn't have a day-night cycle, because that would make it even better looking when all the headlights are on at night. But at the same time, I also understand why it doesn't have the day-night cycle, because it would be terrible for the computer itself. People are already complaining about the lagging of it every once in a while, and as you can see when I have autosave going on, it's actually stopping for 2-3 seconds. So with that in mind, having a day-night cycle would be terrible. But like I said, if you look at the views of everything, it would be terrific. That's a very unknown type of plane, so over there. The entire view is nice. I mean, you see the trams passing by, you see the trains in the background. There are cars, so are trucks. Yeah, this is.
ID flight BE 872 to Southampton.
So we had a loss in the first 3 years, and look at this. Year 4, it's booming. Now we also did another train. That's why I had it selected. This is our Flying Scotsman. Don't know where it's heading. Anthem. Okay, so it left Starum. And we have 204 passengers waiting to be picked up later. This is getting to the summum of passenger transport. It's pretty crowded over there with all the passenger trains and cargo trains waiting. It doesn't even get maximum speed. That's despite that I actually had the switches already set to be done in a way that able to use the highest speed as possible. As you can see, loading time has decreased. Wait a second. If it has so many people waiting for passenger railroad 1, why doesn't it pick up everything? Ah, I think I know. I think I need to change that. Because we have that many passengers right now. That the train actually needs more time to pick them up. Even with the better loading times. Now last thing, because we're way past 2 hours now. We had a lot of trains waiting here. Heads in particular. Looks like it's already solved. "46 waiting." It's almost resolved. As you can see, 2 trains waiting, but the passenger train is already going. This food train is already going. Did pretty well. "77. We had let's just see what this one does. Hopefully it's able to get full speed. This is really the last thing I'm going to do, because I need to check a lot of this line, every line. Since it's got new demands, I will probably have to add some trains to networks. I have to start new networks. I'll do that offline. Pending at how things are going. We were waiting for him. This is a flying, yeah, this is a flying Scotsman. Waiting for free path. That's one, or there's one blocking There's a passenger train blocking. Yeah, we have to go to the express line, which is on the outside, so. Crap. This looks a bit weird. Well, this is what I meant about the auto stack. Glad it showed up once. I like this view. So in a way it feels like that those poles are going to hit me in the face. Loading time is okay now. I mean, if I check the station, this one's empty and there were quite a lot. So loading time is okay now. At least for stations with a lower number of passengers. I may have to add another car at some point. I can do that later when we have larger passenger cars. We can stick to 5 cars. Check if there's need to have the 6th added. I will do that. That works. There goes the other one. No, I didn't. So this one is actually which is something that surprised me. One explanation I can think of is that a lot of passengers on this train are actually planning to take the airplane to the other city. Because for them, that's the shortest way to get food. They have to go all around the map for that. But yeah, there's always some logic in the game. It's very hard to explain. Maybe we're lucky in seeing the plane landing. I doubt it, because often I don't have that kind of luck. But you never know. You get a nice view on the airport. Well, not landing, very close to takeoff. End of the line, people. It's funny they pop out of nowhere, even in front of the train. Let's see how many. And we have a new vehicle, a new train. Still 127 passengers waiting. So with that in mind, I could actually add another passenger car to the trains. I said we had a new train waiting. The first electric train doing 100 kilometers an hour. And in theory, I'm just going to show this. The cost of this one is 8.5 million. The cost of this one is 6 million. So the electric trains are actually more expensive. Still no diesel. But in theory, I could do this. Hang on, let me check. 6. And we still have excellent performance. So I can run a train with 255 capacity, an electric train with 255 capacity, before it gets to mediocre. So the electric locomotive, although more expensive, is also more effective. So what I'm going to do, should I or shouldn't I? We don't have multiple units yet. I'm not going to buy that train because I just replaced both my passenger trains for the Flying Scotsman. I am going to check everything is basically good or very good. Aha. Dropping maintenance because that's going to save me costs. And I need to think about what I'm going to do. Where are my passenger trains? One A. I need to replace his name. Oh. One B. One C. And one D. Let's check. You are here. And this is the one we took before. Okay. This one is heading back. And that one is heading out. No, heading in. So this one is waiting. It came from here. That one came from this part. D is traveling this direction. And A is probably here. Right. And what about passenger 2? 21 and 93 passengers. There's no need to add one over there. If I add another train to my first line, It will probably start here, doing this and following him up to the point where it can bypass. And I did set up a bypass line. Something to think about. I've done 2.5 hours. I think that's long enough for today, though. So thanks for watching. I hope you are still able to enjoy the rest of your New Year's evening. And I hope to see you next week again. I have a lot of things to do, and adding a high-speed line is something I will do over time. Not yet, because the current tracks limited speed capacities and higher speed. The thing is, the high-speed tracks, get everything set to keep, are trains over 120 kilometers an hour, which I can actually show you. It's going to look, that is. I'm going to do it over here to give you an impression. As you can see, the color is changing. Not much use to do it there, but I did. Right, this is, I will do it up to the station, so it gives you a nice, no it doesn't. This is high speed track, and that's the normal track. And the difference between those two is quite simple. There's also another difference I just noticed, and that's the roofing of the station. As you can see, this is using a more modern one, different kind of platform, different kind of platform signs. Staircases are having a different coverage. Trash can bins are different, so there are changes, time-related changes. We already noticed that with the passenger and train stops in the city, at least if people did. But back to the high-speed tracks, because I want to close down. You see the difference in color. Those are sleepers are done in wood. Those sleepers are done in concrete. And in general, they are needed for trains doing more as 100 kilometers an hour, which in this case mean the Scotsman being the only one able to do that. It's currently at 120, but we're getting to the point where trains are going fast, real fast. We already have the first electric train close to 100 an hour, so we have passenger cars going close to 100 an hour. And in time, we will also getting trucks and buses. I had to replace those as well. 35, 35, but cargo is already heading to 40. So everything is going to speed up a lot now. We see difference in the roads starting to appear. Crossings for the passengers. We don't have traffic lights yet, but roads are changing. We see different kind of sidewalk happening. So things are changing. And with that, it means there is going to be a lot of things being changed and done over time. And it all will influence the game, and everything is, well, it is a sort of time travel starting to look more and more familiar to people. In a way, it's a shame because up to me this has a certain look, but if I'm looking at this part and replace them, I actually missed out on two, as you can see. We have one with 9 and one with 11 passenger. If I replace those, let's zoom into the other one a lot. There it is. If you look at this, then you start to understand why things are looking better and better. The old vehicles had a very charming view, but some things weren't really good. So with that in mind, things are looking better and better. Now the question is, am I still using the same kind of trams? Yep, that didn't change yet. So over time, I will have to replace my current tracks with high-speed tracks and catenary, at least for passengers. And I will have to replace some parts of roads and stuff like that, because as you can see, it's already starting to assign lanes at some point. And yep, we even have, oh, this is actually fun to show you, because we even have traffic lights, which are actually turning color. And yes, it's set according to German or Austrian law, so we got orange light warning people, hey, it's going to turn green in a couple of minutes, seconds. So yes, all of this. Wait a second. thought I replaced this one. So we're going to get better and better. Like I said, we have lanes, straight ahead and turns, which still is a bit of a pain in the butt considering both lanes are actually making a turn. But yeah, I'm starting to like this. I always liked this. It's starting to look better and there's more changes, so I will have to skip riding along trucks or whatever every once in a while, simply because I need to replace a lot of things. However, that's the beauty of this game, and I'm pretty certain that you will like it too. We're getting different kinds of streets, slow streets, fast streets, very fast streets. And as you can see, this is a painful spot to drive. It's really a painful spot to drive. Stop, move, stop, move, stop. There's so many stops over there. If you're unlucky, you really have to drive slowly. But yeah, there's a lot of changing and things happening, and I'm enjoying that for sure. I'm going to show that to you for sure as well. At some point, right? Never mind that at some point we already have the changes. These are part of a mod I'm using. Slim bus zone, slim truck zone. And these are the urban ones. We have one-way streets in multiple directions. So in general, I could actually set things up that this is going to be one way, except that would ruin my train and bus route, so I can't. We have country roads up to 100 kilometers an hour. Six lane, four lane, medium country, small country, so it changed, but everything got pavement right now. And we have highway, a ramp, a medium, and a 3-lane highway. I'm probably not going to build highways, but there is simply some things I just don't want to use. Even you have 6-lane streets, and which is, yeah, too much. But what I can do is adding this to some spots, because we have plenty of bus stops. I actually need a tool for this. I can add a bus lane if I want to. That's going to look like this. So trucks and vehicles are, trucks and buses are using that one. Like I said, I have a dedicated bus lane, which means buses are always going to use those. So I could, in fact, set up an entire route, giving my buses the advantage of using their own lanes. And that's going to look, the thing is, this will be very costly here. This needs a truck. I have no idea how the bus route is going right now. I have an idea how it's going right now. This is what the city will look like when having a dedicated bus route. And this is also why I said at some point I will have to start adding a different way. I have to start with adding a tram lane going all around now, because it's getting too large for the bus route. But this is what it looks like when using a dedicated bus route, because with this, the other way around, my buses will always have an area. Hey, I do have a tram here. Yeah. They always have an area they can actually travel. And other cars will always have to pass them some way or another. This wasn't supposed to be a tram line. Anyway, otherwise we're doing a 3-hour session and I'm not planning to do that. Thanks for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it. I was really pleased with the aircraft and how things are going and still are going, because we have enough passengers waiting here for 11 planes. And we just have one heading in. So Now that's funny. This was the one we were using the first time. As you can see, it's on a nice steady income and total. The net income is still above zero, so that's doing quite well. And it looks like we have a similar amount, well, actually double amount of passengers waiting here. So that's going pretty well. And we have a 4-minute interval, so I won't change those 4. So that's working nicely. What I will do, and like I said, I'm going to do it offline or next session, but probably offline, is replacing lots of cities for the bus zone. I will adapting several of my passenger routes in cities to switch to bigger buses, or perhaps tram. Get that going better, because I will have to adjust a lot. We have another refinery here which I can start using, making it easier to do plastic production or even oil production, fuel production. There are more things I need to change. We have the steel here, which is going nicely. The tools are working, the goods are working. We have an oil well here, which I may use to start to pick up crude oil, transport it to that refinery using, it's already at full production. I will have to check that. This is going well. We have another oil well here, so I can actually start picking up oil. Turn it into fuel somewhere. There are lots of opportunities right now I can start using, and I've been ignoring that a bit. So I will look at the map and see what I'm actually able to do, because one of my goals was to connect this spot up to this part, and I still want to connect this city to my train network as well. After that, I'll have to see what I'm going to do, but this one can still be connected, and there's plenty of things to be transported, because yeah, we got food, we need food and fuel there, so I have to connect it to a fuel refinery at some point. So we'll see. For now, I thank you for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it, because yes, I have. Like I said, the whole airline thing was a big surprise that it worked out this nicely. I never thought it would be looking this beautiful. So with that, it was a real pleasure. I hope this was a nice start of the new year for you. And hopefully we'll see you again next week. Have a good week. Stay safe. And I'll see you around. Goodbye.